This is an article about Uber, which is titled, Uber remains committed to investing in high potential markets, even as losses rise. So we understand that Uber is losing money, and they say because of investment. So let's have a look at what the article says precisely. And we see that the company mentioned something worth noticing. They say that their main activities, which are transporting people, transporting food, and transporting parcels, what they call their core business, was contribution margin positive for the fourth quarter in a row, despite continual global competition. So, first of all, what I understand is that if they insist on those activities providing a positive contribution margin, it probably means that it was not always like that. And of course, it's absolutely vital for a company to have a positive contribution margin, because that positive margin, that contribution margin, contributes to the covering of fixed costs. So if you're achieving a negative contribution margin on an activity, that means somehow you might stop, you should stop that activity sooner or later. I think they mentioned the fact that the contribution margin is positive because they want to provide the investors, they want to reassure the investors because they're losing money, but they say nevertheless that their core activities are sound because they are providing a positive contribution. So why do they lose money? The information was mentioned in the title. In the title, they were saying that they were investing, and that what is explained in this paragraph, we signaled clearly over the last 2 quarters that we would be aggressively reinvesting our profits. I don't really agree with that expression, or profits, because they're not making profits. They could say that they're investing the money they make with their contribution margin, which is positive, into emerging markets and business lines like India, the Middle East, Freight, Eats, and Jump. I don't know what Jump is, but anyway. So they justify basically the fact that they're losing money in spite of their positive contribution margin because of the fixed cost of growing on those emerging markets, which represent opportunities, and that's what they say here. And they say that the company doesn't want to miss the huge opportunities ahead. But of course, you can find the end of the sentence a bit bitter, especially if you're invested in that company, because they claim that they don't want to become too profitable too quickly. As far as I know, they've never been profitable, so I don't know if the investors would consider that the company has become profitable just too quickly. Of course, they are promising future profits thanks to those investments on potential markets. This we will see.